But this is where this type of stuff backfires. This exposing stuff, this spilling the tea on the internet. Nobody's gonna be able to trust anybody, bro. Now you go on a date, the date ends up being not so great. Next thing you know, you're the subject in the story time on somebody's TikTok. How are we supposed to build something if it's a possibility I end up on somebody's story time? Now I got the internet clowning me. You know what I'm saying? What is life after that?
Damn! Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
Man, I was waiting for a good old-fashioned relationship video for the longest time.
Now, homie got that Heathcliff on, that Bill Cosby sweater.
Tired of the streaming stuff, man. Let's
Heathcliff Huxtable.
get into it.
So I'm at Lock Bar and I'm waiting for my homeboy.
Or what he talking about? I ain't even hear what he was talking about.
Man, I was waiting for a good old-fashioned relationship video for the longest time. I'm tired of the streaming stuff, man. Let's get into it.
So I'm at Lock Bar and I'm waiting for my homeboy. I'm on the phone talking to him, right? And then these three girls are behind me and they're looking, sense that they're looking at me. And then they tell the waiter to get me, and the waiter tells me, hey, these girls, they want you to sit with them. You don't have to stand up. And so I'm like, okay. Cool. You know, I'm chilling. And then so I sit with them. We're making small talk, and then my homeboy finally comes in. He joins us, so it's me and him, and then three of them, right? So we're talking, we're just making small talk. And then they were like, oh, you know, like, what do you guys do for a living? So I'm like, you know, yeah, I'm a doctor. Their eyes lit up, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, really? Blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, we're making more small talk, and then they're like, oh, you know, like, I got Instagram. So I was like, yeah. They see my Instagram, eyes lit up again. I'm like, okay. And then, like, my homeboy, he was interested in one, and he was trying to get her number at the end, but then she was like getting all mad, like, oh, you didn't pay for us drinks, you didn't offer buy us drinks, how you gonna ask for my number and this and that? So my spidey senses thing was like, man, why is she doing the most? You just asked for your number, you know, like, you don't gotta do all that. So, you know, my spidey senses thing, I'm like, all right, whatever. And then they're going to this other spot. They invite us to come join them. So we're like, okay, we'll think about it. So we stay there a little bit, and then we end up going to that spot where they're at, and they don't have like they're just sitting down at a little table, but they didn't buy the table. The table's free, right? And they have hookah and drinks already. So me and my bro, we get there, and then we join them, right? But, you know, my spidey senses thing, I'm like, all right, you know, I don't want to like use, you know, get their drinks and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. So I get my own drinks, I get my own hookah, and then we're just chilling, you know, vibing, and everything's fine, right? There's no beef, there's no animosity, everything's cool. But she keeps saying like, oh, like, you know, y'all not gonna offer us any drinks, y'all not gonna do this and that, y'all not gonna buy no water or food. Like, she's trying to like, you know, get something out of us. And I'm just like, man, like, yo, I'm not even like interested in you. I'm not even trying to talk to you like that. I'm just chilling. Like, you know, my homeboy was interested, but.
So why you there then? If you're not interested in the girl, why you there, bruh? I'm not going to chill with no females I'm not interested in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even interested in y'all, you know. So, you know, I go to the waitress and I'm like, hey, I paid for my stuff already, because I already feel like they're trying to finesse. And then later she like is in a hurry to leave. She's like, oh, hey, all right, you know, let's go, blah, blah. And then they leave. And then once they leave, I tell the waitress, I'm like, hey, you know, I already paid for my stuff. Did they pay for their tab? And she's like, no. So the waitress goes out there to chase them. She can't find them.
Oh, no, that shit happened to me before. The girls, they get some and then swerve and then leave the niggas there to pay. Bro, why y'all so effed up like that, man? You know what I'm saying? We all trying to figure out how to, cause it was like 3 girls, and it was like 4 of us, and everybody talking and chilling with the girls. They get some drink, they get some food, and then they get so distracted that they walk out and forgot to pay, right? And then the bartender at the bar got the tab, and they like, well, they got this, and this, who gonna pay for it? And we looking at each other like, bro, what the fuck? Shit came up to $80, bro. We all had to put in like $20 each for some goofy bird brain ass female that we ain't even like, bro, come on, man.
Luckily, you know, I had her Instagram. I tried to pull up her Instagram. She blocked me. This girl blocked me. So she already knew, she already had this plan that she was going to try to finesse, you know. But luckily, you know, God was in control. I actually used to talk to the manager. So the manager knows me. She knows I'm a stand-up guy. I'm a doctor, and I'm not on some scammy finesse type stuff. So, you know, she lets the whole thing go, because there's no way I was going to pay for their stuff, you know. Absolutely not. Unacceptable. But it just shows you to let you know, like, you got to be careful out there. You never really know who's trying to finesse you. And it's just crazy. And the bill was only $57. That's the crazy part. It's like, dang, I didn't want to like pay this, so that's crazy, man. Be careful out there, fellas.
This insane story is about a doctor who was out on the town meeting a friend who ran into a couple of young ladies, ultimately trying to finesse him for free drinks, free food, free hookah.
And not knowing they end up finessing themselves, bruh. Come on, $57. You think you did something, shorty? Oh, girl, I got him. Like, come on, man, you ain't did shit. 50 cents, you could have got way more. Look, come on, bro.
Et cetera. Now, off rip, I am skeptical of the guys. Nobody says that they're a doctor multiple times in conversation like this. I do think that's a bit of a red flag. But if anybody's trying to get off and get over anybody in this sort of economy, I just think it's the most insane thing in the world. People that think that they're entitled to other people's money make no sense. We've created this society in which the standard for dating means that men have to foot the bill, even if it's a situation where he is not explicitly saying that this is a date. Is he green? Maybe. But the best thing about the internet is that we get to hear the perspectives of everybody. Y'all know my slogan. And us over here on the unemployed side of the internet love seeing drama spill out. Hey, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way. Us unemployed gotta stick together. Now, back into the video.
So, Christmas Eve, we decided to go to dinner at Lock Bar. I went with my sister and my cousin. We went kind of late, around 10:30, 11 o'clock. After dinner is done, the waiter brings the ticket. This big, tall guy walks in. He's black, and there's nowhere to sit at. He's pacing back and forth for about...
He's black. Do we need that detail, bro? Was that necessary?
5 minutes or so at the bar. And I'm like, I tell the waiter, I'm like, hey, let the guy know that we're about to leave. He can take this table once we're leaving. The waiter tells him. He decides to go ahead and sit down. Okay, no problem, because we're wrapping up. Cool. That way we ensure that you have a table. No problem. We're being nice and we're polite. We're cool girls. So here we are. The waiter has not came to pick up the payment. Our ticket was like $100 something. I put down $200 in cash. Whatever. I paid for everybody's meal. So we sitting there. He introduces himself. He asked us our names. He asked us where we worked or what we did. So we're like, hey, entrepreneurs, bank coordinator, sales. He's like, oh yeah, well I'm a doctor. So we're like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool story, bro.
It's a little strange.
We don't care. Cool. Still being polite, casual conversations. I go to the restroom. He exchanges Instagrams and whatnot with everyone else at the table. Cool, whatever. His friend does show up and meet him. He sits down next to my cousin. He proceeds to ask my cousin, well, he goes to the bar, buys him a drink, came back to the table and sat down.
See, I love to play middleman. I have no skin in the game. I just get to observe and give my commentary. It seems like the first interaction about the whole table is just some sort of misunderstanding. Now, I went ahead and looked up the Lock Bar in Houston, and very interesting seating arrangements that they have going on there. Well, I do see a couple of tables. It doesn't look like defined seating. So I understand how the telephone game of, hey, they can have our table, and hey, they want you to come to this table, i.e. they want you to be here, kind of got mixed into the situation. As far as the comment where the doctor said that their eyes lit up when he said he was a doctor.
And then they were like, oh, like, what do you guys do for a living? So I'm like, yeah, I'm a doctor. Their eyes lit up, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, really? Blah, blah, blah.
From my POV, I'm gonna have to call a little bit of cap here. If there was a conversation about who these people were, what their jobs were, somebody saying that they're a doctor isn't the craziest thing. And for what it's worth, I do think that the doctor has a bit of an ego to himself. When I go to his
yeah, because the only reason he asked, what do y'all do, is so they could return the question and ask, well, what do you do? And he could say, I'm a doctor. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole reason why.
On TikTok and on Instagram, he has his height in his bio. I'm gonna give you some advice, and this isn't my little man syndrome coming out, but anybody who leads with their height is basically like anybody leading with the fact that they have a BBL. Strange on both ends, definitely more common on the male perspective, egotistical narcissists none the least, and arguably terrible people. And after a little bit more of a scroll, come to find out, he is also some sort of men's self-help dating guru on the side of him being a doctor. I'll share my full thoughts on that at the end, but just know that this guy doesn't seem to be on the up and up from the beginning. But ultimately, everything is still fair game. Right now, we're just trying to figure out about if they skipped out on the tab or not.
We are now at a door, vibing. We got a little table. They got a hookah set up. My cousin and my sister got their drinks. I got my Red Bull. We chilling. Dr. fucking mildew pants and ding dong walk in.
Hello?
She called them mildew pants. That mean he didn't take his clothes out the washing machine fast enough.
As soon as they hit the door, I'm like, oh shit. So they're like looking, scanning the room. I don't wave over nobody. I just look, put my head back down. I'm enjoying the music. They came, walked in some more. They see us. They beelined over to our table. Hey y'all, what's going on? Alrighty, all right. I got my feet kicked up in the chair with my purse.
Now, one thing that's throwing me off about her is her acting like she's so super weirded out by the situation. She probably was fucking with it, bruh. You know when women tell stories, they always try to make it seem like they won't fucking with it as hard as they was in real life. She probably was fucking with the whole little situation. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand when females act like, oh, well, whatever. Go ahead. Rock out. Like, no, bitch. You was fucking with it.
Doctor goes to the bar. He asked, y'all want something to drink? They was like, oh, we're taking shots. Mind you, I don't drink. So he's like, okay, he goes to the bar. He orders shots of Blanco. No one's drinking Blanco, sir. Comes back and was like, hey, do y'all want to sip or y'all want some of my drink? No one's, first off, drinking out of a cup that you're drinking, taking shots from you. That's weird. And
A sip of his shot.
he offered a sip of his shot to my sister and my cousin.
A sip of
so
the shot.
I instantly looked and I was like, no, that's Blanco. And I know that they're drinking Repo. So I'm like, that's not Blanco. I'm like, you didn't get shots for everybody? No, I just got, all right.
That is weird.
My business. I'm back on my phone. I'm scrolling. My sister instantly gets up and leaves. She Ubers away from there. She got out of there. She's gone. She left us. She left us.
But still, as a dude, you should be able to feel, like, you should be able to read the room, bro. I don't know how you don't feel like you scaring the females, or you scaring the women away, right? I don't know how you don't feel that, or you don't sense that. Like, you don't sense the weird vibes, them being uncomfortable. Because women body language is undefeated, bro. Like, I can look and see when a woman uncomfortable versus, like, because when she comfortable, she's engaged, she touching on you, she laughing, you know what I'm saying? She's comfortable, right? Y'all can't sense that, bro? I don't know, man.
On Jesus' birthday in a door with two corny ass people. Now, the sidekick over here gets up, goes to the bar, doesn't say anything. He goes to the bar. He goes and buys 2 bottles of water. 2 bottles of water. Came back, handed the doctor his water. He sat back down. So instantly, handed the doctor 2 bottles of water.
Where she get that water from, y'all? Purified. I thought it was like Food Line or something.
2 bottles of water. Came back, handed the doctor his water. He sat back down. So instantly, my cousin pulls her hook out. She was like, you went to the bar and bought water and you didn't offer anybody no water? He's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, I'll take care of it. So we're like, okay, cool.
Now, do I believe that this woman is...
Yeah, no, because she said her sister left. Why didn't they leave too? You know, the sister got out of there before all that weird shit happened. Why they stay? You know what I'm saying? If they was so super weirded out by it.
putting a little sauce on her story? Of course, it's the internet. That's what I would do too. But to be fair to her in this situation, there are societal customs when drinking or gathering with people that I don't think were followed here. And in hearing the doctor's retelling of the story, it almost sounds like he's spinning this narrative in order to make himself seem bigger and more superior than what he is too. If you join somebody else's table, the least you could do is provide some sort of water for the table. Now, this is why I don't club, and this is why I don't drink, and this is why I don't do these things. But yeah, you can't just join other people and then not put in on the table that they've got going on. Plus, at the end of the day, it's water. You ask women if they need water. That's not a big deal. That's not a controversial hot take. Now, I will say anything escalated from water becomes a bit of a conversation. Alcohol can rack up extremely fast. But I'm still curious as to how they got to a whopping $57 tab being split.
It's 1 o'clock, it's getting late. It's also Christmas Eve. So I'm like, I'm ready to go. My cousin like, you ready? So I'm like, okay, yeah.
People going out on Christmas
After the
Eve
man
is
came
crazy.
back and did not bring waters, ruined the vibe. But he was like, remorseful, was like, okay, I'll take care of it. Meaning he's going to pay for the shot in the Red Bull. The 2 shots in the Red Bull. That's what was $57. So I'm like, oh.
Yo, 2 shots in a Red Bull is $57, bruh? Hey, man. Man, look, bruh. We keep making other people rich off bullshit, man. We could've got a bottle from the store and some drink. Made our own mixed drinks. You know what I'm saying? Got some snacks. What's wrong? All right, man, look. I understand having a good time. But $57 for 2 shots in a Red Bull is ridiculous, bro. Y'all will blow money on bullshit. Y'all, bro, for what? Man.
Okay, so my cousin just gets up because she's flustered at this point, walks to the door. He stopped me, the sidekick ding dong, the little beta male was like,
oh, wow.
Can I get your number? So I'm like, huh? I'm not gonna call you or text you or talk back to you. He was like, but I still want your number. So I'm like, okay.
That's
I have
crazy.
2 phones. Actually, I have 3 phones. So I gave him a little bullshit burner number. Here you go. Whatever. You're not gonna get in touch with me because
Man, she cap.
I'm not gonna answer. We walk out the door. Bye, y'all. Hey, we're going. We get to the car, pull off. We're in the car cackling like the audacity of you guys to come to a door, sit at our table. We didn't invite you, but okay. Again, being polite and nice. We're not rude people. And then you buy water and shots. You offer to share a shot that you didn't buy for the whole table. You wanted to share shots with you. You don't know where your mouth been. And you as a doctor should have a little more decency to know that you should not be out here sharing cups and drinks with people. That's nasty. You nasty. You know where your mouth been at. So we like, okay.
Not even just that, bro. I don't know where your mouth been at. For me to be sharing my cup with you. Yeah, come on, bro.
Minutes after us leaving, the manager or some random person calls my cousin's phone via Instagram. They was like, oh, this is the manager. You ran out on the tab. The guy said that you didn't pay for it. So we like,
Hello?
What?
Okay.
Sidekick was supposed to take care of this.
Sidekick.
And it's, why y'all calling us? This is weak.
Hey, bro, calling a man a sidekick is disrespectful as fuck. She called him a sidekick beta male.
We left the table. We got up and left. Like, I'm confused. No finessing or none of that. Little sidekick beta male was taking care of it since he was remorseful because he did not buy water. Doctor over here, I don't know. Nobody was interested in Mr. Mildew Pants. Whatever.
Now, I will say this is where I will have to give the ladies some sort of words of advice. And this probably stems back from when they first sat down with these gentlemen. If these dudes appear to be any sort of lame at all, why would you ever let them sit with? Now, I don't want to place this on them because she did not express that she felt frightened or fearful for their safety or security, but I would have never let these dudes who seem to be corny in the first place come and sit down with me and essentially play with my face like this. I think this could have been a moment where they went ahead and settled it, not leaving it up to these guys to quote unquote take care of them. But for what it's worth, I would not say that this is any sort of finesse, more than a miscommunication. But I understand how the original video came out is because there is this male self-help guru that's looking to big up his ego who would put this type of content out. The reason why I'm going so hard on this guy is because what happens next and the actions that he takes after their Instagram DM conversation are so insane. It lets you know his true intentions and who he really is.
So,
Bruh, you made it this far into the video and you haven't hit the like button yet.
Damn.
Oh yeah, subscribe.
What's up with that Instagram shit?
I'm glad you asked. Follow me on Instagram.
They ain't too hungry in this bitch.
they're blowing up the Instagrams. Y'all ran out on the check, something. Y'all need to come back and pay this. The doctor is, here, you gotta unlock this. DMing my sister, but mind you, she's gone. She's been gone for over an hour. So my cousin is like, okay, so how much is the check? Or how much is the check or whatnot? We'll go ahead and pay it. But they were supposed to take care of it. So she cash apps them and sends the payment. But we like, that is weird. You come in true barging on our table.
Yeah.
You be weird. You wanted to be around us. We didn't invite you here. Like, we gave you the table at Lock Bar, whatever.
And for what it's worth, I also do think that this woman is telling the truth because she's paying $57 for the water and the shots. But even as the doctor described earlier in the video, there was hookah and other drinks that were already there. They paid for those things, which I'm assuming that hookah and other drinks would cost more than $57. So why wouldn't they be able to pay for the $57 shots and hookah and all this other stuff?
Ain't nobody get no food, bruh.
They got at the end. It just doesn't make too much like sense to me other than somebody trying to get their viral moment off.
But he is sitting here DMing my sister. My sister think this man is
She got the receipts.
okay. And guys, this is the doctor.
Hold on. Hey, come pay your shit. Can you spot me? Bro, I'm reading this shit backwards. We already reported your friend. I know the manager and has her name. And she has her name. Man, fuck it.
Try to go through this. So the doctor is going back and forth with my sister. Also has found my cousin's Instagram or DM, and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna come to your job, and you're gonna face legal actions for something about dealing with." He's a high profile doctor, so we like, okay, for
Yeah, nah, that's doing too much for $57, bro.
$57 that your sidekick was supposed to take care of.
And see,
Hey,
that's
bruh.
the strange thing about these quote unquote high value men. The way they walk and the way they talk are two different things. When I started to scroll down Dr. Nwasu's profile, it seemed as though he was somebody who was successful for what it's worth. And I get the concept of not being taken advantage of, but at the end of the day, it was $57 that your homeboy allegedly promised to take care of. If he wasn't gonna take care of it, hell, don't put yourself out there like that. But I do think that this was an attempt for him to go ahead and make himself seem bigger than who he is. That's why the original video was deleted, and that's why there's no rebuttal from him. But this seems to be a common theme with all these, I'm gonna go ahead and lump him in there, alpha male dating coaches, high value men showing other men the ropes when it comes to relationship building. It's a false reality. And now that we live in 2025, you're going to be exposed on a daily basis because these other women exist on the internet. These people that you're having these interactions with, they exist on the internet, and they're gonna snitch on you.
But here's my thing. You got on this internet a whole week later and made a story time for clout or for content to make yourself look good, and it's like.
But the thing is, we wouldn't have even known who he was talking about, though. Like, if you really think about it, yeah, he could have been capping in his story, spinning the narrative, making it sound like something completely different. But we would have watched it, consumed it, and moved on. We wouldn't have known who he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, she would have made her story first about her side of the story about him. We wouldn't have known who she was talking about. We would have watched it, consumed it, and moved on. And nobody cared that much, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look, bro.
That's going to backfire on you, sir. Them comments is eating you up, eating you alive. You're a doctor. Whoop-de-doo.
All right, chill out with the whoop-de-doo. Leave that shit in 2025, please. People throw that whoop-de-doo behind something incredible or amazing. You cured terminal disease. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? You ended world hunger. Whoop-de-doo. You ended racism. Whoop-de-doo. Like, bro, chill out with that whoop-de-doo shit, man. Like, god damn.
Sir, $57? You followed us from a whole nother location, uninvited, and sat with us. You couldn't take care of $57? I want to say this. None of us are pressed, hurt, starving for $57.
Yeah, facts, true. But this is where this type of stuff backfires. This exposing stuff, this spilling the tea on the internet, this is where it backfires. Nobody's going to be able to trust anybody, bro. Now you go on a date, the date ends up being not so great. Next thing you know, you're the subject in the story time on somebody's TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, damn, I can't trust, you know what I'm saying? I can't trust nothing. I can't trust her. She can't trust me. How are we supposed to build something if it's a possibility I end up on somebody's story time? Now I got the internet clowning me. You know what I'm saying? What is life after that? Because you still got the rest of your life to live after that. You still, like, I guess, bro, I can only imagine, like, say you was the subject of somebody's story time and it was a bad story and you just look stupid or dumb in that story. All right, life after that is what? That's the worst that could happen to you at that point, right? So you shouldn't have any, I don't know, bro. Everybody's different. Everybody will react different. But what is life after being the subject of somebody's story on a TikTok? Look.
for absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. We don't need it.
And this gonna backfire on her too, possibly, because any dude that would wanna like court her or date her will see this video and be like, well shit, man, if I interact with her and it doesn't go well, she might make a video about me and it go viral, and now I'm looking stupid, and now no other woman gonna wanna fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Even though she is responding to a video that he made. She probably wouldn't have made this video if he didn't make his video first. But still, my point stands, bro.
We have our own careers. We have our own money.
And she is right. The comment section is taking him out of here, and to be quite frank, so am I. What he probably doesn't know is that the real alpha male guru dating coaches pay for this stuff. They fake this stuff. And the women who are in these scenarios are either on their side in the story, or it's totally fabricated and made up. Not real interactions with real people that can ultimately upload to TikTok as well in a rebuttal manner. I'm glad that we are starting to be awoken to the dream and really nightmare that these dating coaches have been putting us through for the past couple years. I've heard that same city-based women rhetoric that he was trying to spew in the beginning. Oh, Atlanta women are this, Houston women are that, New York women are this, LA women are that. But as I scroll through this guy's bio, it truly exposes who he is, and that's a clown. First, he has a male self-improvement appointment that he does. I guess it's a consultation to tell you if you wish it, want it, you can do it. And it looks like a $75 Zoom call that gets you 30 minutes of his time for him to tell you that, hey, if you believe it, you can achieve it, is, I guess, profitable for him. But as I continue to scroll through his bio, I see exactly why he is who he is. He is a Kevin Samuels disciple, you know, trying to be a variant. And so it all makes sense. Well, I'm here to tell you, buddy, that grift is over. That grift is done. We are tired of those people, especially when you have real life encounters that can get rebutted in the fashion that it does. This guy's a damn loser.
Oh, they on his ass. They on that man ass. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about in the comments? They're both lame, plain and simple. Both parties adding details, I can tell. Employed and in graduate school, but I'll support you regardless. Your favorite 6'8" doctor, I don't believe anything he says with that bio. Anyone who's gonna tell you that they are a doctor is a doctor. My cousin and all her doctor friends do this ish all the time. Any event we go to, they always mention about how they went to school for 8 years. I find it so annoying, but I can't hate on it. Yeah. Look, man, y'all like the video. LIKE, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?
There's some real shit going on outside. And we in here talking about bullshit.